What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Growing EU Show, or really should I say the Thank You Show. This episode today goes out to every single one of my subscribers. For those of you that haven't seen, we have recently hit the milestone of 500 subscribers on the Growing EU Show. My mind is legitimately blown, and here's why I'm saying that. When I started doing this, my goal, if you can call it that, was to hit 500 subscribers by the end of 2020. And here we are, we're not even to July, still in June of 2020, 6 months in at 500 subscribers. Here's the thing, we started the Growing EU Show, I believe, just a little over about a month and a half ago. And to already be at this monumental milestone for a new channel, it's just blown my mind. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you today. So that's what this video is intended to do. Let's roll our intro and jump on into it. So I honestly do mean it when I say it, guys. The endless support that I've seen here on the channel has just been so incredible, and it's really inspired me to keep doing this, to keep learning, to keep putting out more videos, because clearly there are those of you that out there that really love what I'm doing, and I appreciate every single one of you. To think that we're here already is just, it's mind-blowing to me. When I started this, I remember, if you watch a couple videos back, we were talking about getting 30 subscribers, and here we are already at 500. I really want this to be motivational to any of you that maybe are watching this with a slightly more entrepreneurial mindset. Maybe you want to start something, to really see that you can get some really decent results very, very quickly if you just try to add value. And that's really been the goal here. You know, I'm not claiming to be a financial expert, but I'm someone who knows about finance. I'm someone who's learning about finance, and I want to share what I learn with every single one of you to hopefully allow you to come along on the journey that I'm currently on, that journey of chasing financial freedom, chasing that FIRE lifestyle, and really doing everything I can to support my future financial well-being. And I want to be able to bring every single one of you on that journey with me as I continue to learn and grow, so that you can continue to learn and grow as well. Hence, Growing AU. For all of you that are following the channel, and maybe you don't know what Growing AU stands for, it actually stands for Growing Gold, because after all, AU is the atomic symbol for gold on the periodic table. So that was the whole kind of namesake behind the channel. We're growing gold, we're growing our wealth, we're growing our financial stability into the future. And I really feel we've been able to push that value forward here on the channel, and I appreciate every single one of you that have found it valuable enough to make it part of your subscriber list, to make it part of your daily watching. I really do appreciate it. So we have a lot of awesome stuff coming here for you. I'm actually going to be taking some time today in this video to be answering some comments we've been getting from different subscribers, different followers, different viewers. I'm going to be answering some of your comments today, as I told you I would. We're going to be going through some of those comments. Before we get into that, I do want to draw your attention to a few different things. Number one, if you aren't subscribed, do definitely consider it. I would really appreciate it. Maybe even drop us a like while you're down there. I would really find that valuable, so we can continue to grow, because after all, since we've already hit the 2020 goal, we now need to set a new goal for 2020. And my thought is this: if we can hit 500 subscribers in under 2 months, I say let's go for 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. We're going to give us plenty of time to achieve that goal, give us plenty of wiggle room, but I think we can definitely grow the Growing AU family up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. If that can happen, we are off to the races. And really, so the next thing I want to say is, speaking of growing that Growing AU community, it's a lot of growing. Speaking of all that, I'm going to have some links in the description below just for the other social media pages. Now that we're really starting to get a substantial following, you want to check us out on Twitter, you want to check us out on Instagram, you want to check out the website. That'll all be down there, so now we can maybe start to really build that Growing AU community. But overall, I do appreciate every single one of you. I'm sure we've hit this milestone, but we're not going to stop here. You know, we've got it, we've achieved it. I am ecstatic about it. Cloud 9, but now let's just keep going forward. There's no reason we can't keep growing the channel, and I think we hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. It's gonna be really rather incredible. So let's keep moving, let's keep pushing on forward, but right now, let's take some time to enjoy this win. So having said that, let's jump into some comments. First of all, there have been so many supportive comments. You don't know what that does. It is so helpful to me to know that what I'm doing is actually beneficial to you, that you are enjoying it. Those comments are never missed. I do appreciate every single one of them. So if you are a viewer, a subscriber that has taken the time to leave one of those comments, Thank you. It has really meant the world. But there have been a few comments out there that have been asking questions. People want to know some things. They've been asking about different stocks. One of them you actually saw in a previous video, Hulk 24/7, went over a full video on that concept. And we're going to be taking a couple other concepts and breaking them down here today in this video. So the first one we'll be starting with is Wendy. Wendy has reached out a couple times on the channel. Very supportive. I appreciate you. And so you asked a question on my thoughts on E-Man, Honeywell, and Penn. We're going to be going over those today. So first of all, let's go ahead and just start off with E-Man. I'll put their ticker on the screen here, 87 cents a share. They've really kind of had a rough 5 years, it seems like, doing stuff with the military when it comes to OLED devices. Really kind of had a rough couple years there, but they have seen a bit of a turnaround, coming up to 87 cents a share. They were at about 20-something cents a share earlier, so we've seen a bit of a turnaround there. I think there's probably other assets we can be looking at, including the other two that you've listed, so let's just move on to them. The other one you listed was Honeywell. I was very interested when I started to look into what they were doing. I'll put their ticker on the screen right now, $145.37 a share. Honeywell doing a lot when it comes to the Internet of Things, as well as other types of connective technology. They have a lot of, they're in that tech sector. They have their hands in a lot of stuff. And from what I've seen with them, some things that we're seeing here is that they're one of the best run industrials with positive optionality given attractive end markets like e-commerce. Their CEO continually under promises and over delivers. Could you really ask for better? The share buybacks are shareholder-friendly initiatives for what has been clearly stated as a cheap stock. I do have some articles listed about Honeywell in the description below. That's going to be talking about the future Internet of Things, and especially the industrial Internet of Things that they're going to be attached with. They're actually doing a lot right now when it comes to corporate real estate, dealing with how companies are going to be connected in this post-corona world, considering that what we're going to be seeing is these office spaces are going to have to go through some serious change when it comes to safety of their employees coming back. Honeywell definitely has a kind of their hand in there. When I've seen about them in the research that I found, the articles that I read, they're really kind of a growing company, and I think it could be an interesting place to do some more research. So for your research purposes, I've listed a couple articles in the description below under the title Honeywell. And the other one you were asking about, Wendy, was Penn National Gaming. Penn Gaming, I mean, let's be honest, I could see really gambling coming back rather strong after all these coronavirus-related restrictions are lifted. And once the country actually starts to get healthy again, we are seeing some resurgence in different parts of the country, which obviously not too good. But I think as that continues to improve, as maybe even a vaccine has begun to be introduced, hopefully we'll get there sooner than later. I think we're going to see a lot of people going back to Las Vegas, seeing a lot of people going back to casinos, going back to the races, spending that hard-earned money that's just been kind of accumulating. People are really into doing that. I think we're going to see a resurgence in it. We actually talked about El Dorado Resorts in a video right here, which I know you asked about Penn National, but I think Penn National is up there with stocks like El Dorado Resorts, MGM, Boyd, stocks I suggest you be looking into as well if you are interested in Penn National. They're currently right now at $31.70 a share. Again, I think we're going to be seeing a really resurgence in that industry as soon as things start to come back around. Another one you want to be looking at, though, right now is DraftKings. That has to do with a lot of online betting, so that might even begin to turn around faster because we can online bet from our houses rather than having to risk going out in public in a potentially unsafe environment. So definitely be looking into them as well, but I think Honeywell and Penn National are both ones that you can be looking into rather strongly. Again, resources below on both under their respective titles in the description. So, Wendy, I hope that was useful to you. Again, everything in the description below. Moving on to our next comment from Scar. He reached out asking what we think about Whiting Petroleum. Actually, I gotta tell you what, we have a whole video coming on that stock on Wednesday. We're gonna be going over actually 3 stocks that the Motley Fool is not super impressed with, and Whiting Petroleum does fall on that list. So I don't know if you're waiting to invest in them, maybe thinking about it, but I would definitely suggest checking out that video where we go over that Motley Fool article that's putting some warning signs up, so really actually rather severe warning signs against purchasing or buying into Whiting Petroleum. So I do have that video coming for you on Wednesday. Scar, I appreciate your continued support. Moving forward, we have a comment from Dustin. Dustin, I appreciate you reaching out. Dustin's asking, how about a video for starter investors only looking to invest less than $100 a week? I think that's a pretty awesome idea, considering the fact that there's probably a lot of us that really don't have necessarily much more than $100 to invest a week. Maybe some of us only have $20 to invest a week, $10, $5, $1. It really doesn't matter. Point is to get started. So Dustin, I think it's an awesome video idea. And what I actually have to tell you, and along with all of you, as a thank you for 500 subscribers, we're going to have a more produced video coming out in a couple weeks, about 2, maybe 3 weeks tops. We have to get a few more production things taken care of. More of that information to come. It's going to be covering how to invest with under $1,000, how to invest if you only have $100 a week. All of those things will be covered in that video. Really a great starter guide to investing. So Dustin, definitely stay tuned for that. Anyone else who's interested, that video will be coming very soon. More info coming along. Then we have a comment from, and I apologize, I am not going to get this name right, Gurpinder, I believe is the name. So he asked me, what do you think of Workhorse and Blink? So I want to be talking about those today. Both of those are companies that actually seem rather interesting. Coming from the Nikola perspective, we were looking at like Nikola stock and if Nikola is going to be a good stock to invest in, that video up there. Coming from that perspective, these companies kind of falling in the same area. Blink providing electric vehicle charging services, and Workhorse providing electric vehicle and also aviation services, things of that nature. Both of them, Blink at $2.53 a share, Workhorse at $4.99 a share. Really kind of interesting stocks. It was fun to learn about those. I think those are definitely ones that we will be looking into as they continue to progress, because right now, obviously, at their share price, not looking too bad. They have kind of had a rough couple years since their IPOs, both of them, but they've also had a relatively good turnaround in the last 12 to 18 months. So I definitely think that you should be watching those stocks as they continue to improve. I think all of you, definitely, any of these stocks, definitely comment down below what you think about them. Again, for you, Gurpinder, I do have some links to articles in the description below under Workhorse and Blink that you can check out if you want to do some further research. Then moving on to Tasha. Tasha reached out asking for any advice on penny stock trading, saying she's a new trader and wants to really get into that. I understand why you'd want to get into that, considering penny stocks really aren't super expensive. Known to be quite volatile, but also if you get it right, you can really see some nice gains. So here's my thing. I have not personally done a lot of investing in penny stocks, and I'm not going to come on here and pretend to be an expert on that in any sense of the form. So what I want to do is really get you onto the right areas to start doing some research when it comes to penny stocks. So what I've done is I've actually found a list from an article that is put right here on the screen. And in that article, they had a whole bunch of books centered around penny stock investing, I think all of which would be highly beneficial to you. Those books include An American Hedge Fund, Day Trading for Dummies, The Guide for Penny Stock Investing, Invest in Penny Stocks, A Guide to Profitable Trading, and The Small Cap Investor. All of those will be linked down below. They are affiliate links, so if you choose to use them, I do appreciate the support to the channel, but those are all down there in the description for you under penny stocks. So really appreciate you reaching out. I hope those books are useful to you. Definitely let me know what you think. And the last comment I want to address today is from ADCS Institutes, and what they're asking is, apparently a month ago or so, Motley Fool had an advertisement stating that there was a Netflix disruptor. They had some hard time finding that article and finding out what that Netflix disruptor was. So there's a couple of Netflix disruptors coming out, and we do have Disney Plus, we do have Peacock by Comcast, we have Hulu, we have Amazon, we have all those streaming services that are really starting to come into the market. So what I want to do actually is kind of propose to the community, did anyone see that article about the Netflix disruptor proposed by the Motley Fool? Definitely drop us a comment down below to help out ADCS. Appreciate you reaching out. Definitely comment down below if you guys have seen that, but we do have some trouble finding that. Peacock, Hulu, Disney Plus, all those streaming services have been coming out, so I would be looking into those as well in the respective owning companies. But overall, guys, I do appreciate the continued and never-ending support. It has been wonderful. It has made making these videos such a joy, and I can't wait to continue to learn, grow, and improve into the future and create more videos for all and every single one of you. I'm excited to hit that goal of 1,000 subscribers now by the end of 2020. I think we're going to do it. We're going to crush it, and I can't wait to see us there and be doing a thank you video for that, hopefully in the near future. Again, thank you for every single one of you. It has been a wonderful journey thus far, and I'm excited to take the rest of it with you and keep moving forward. For all the individuals who had a comment featured in this video, thanks for leaving your comment. Thanks for all the comments of the never-ending support. I hope all those resources in the description below, make sure you check them out, will be useful to you. And with that, we'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.